Hey guys, Lost here, and welcome to the very first episode, or I guess you call it an episode, of Minecraft discussion here on the channel. Now, I talked about this in my video that went out earlier today, essentially explaining a little bit of the basics of what it is. Now, this is going to be like the test run video, and we're going to see if you guys enjoy it. If you do, we will turn this into a series. If not, this will be like a once in a while type thing that we'll do. It kind of as a placeholder, because right now, if you guys didn't know, I'm starting to think/prepare for Minecraft War Season 6, I believe, to start up. And as you guys know, that preparation, that series actually needs to be slotted in my schedule for the week for whenever we do it. And also there's our Minecraft New World series that has to start up again. That needs a slot in the week. And the other series that I hinted at with Minecraft Ore Spawn has to start up in the week. So essentially, that's 3 series. Now, the war one's supposed to happen every day, but like, I'm going to change it up this time around, but we're not talking about that right now. But anyway, so just keep in mind, there are 3 series that I have 2 open slots for currently to put videos in for. So I need something to take the placeholder of those slots until we get to that point. So there's a slot open for today and tomorrow for series until we start them up. So this is going to fill in today's slot for a while until, again, we have a series take its place, and or I might just push this to another day. I'm not entirely sure, again, depending on if you guys enjoy it or not. So let's talk about this series, Minecraft Discussion. So how it's gonna, not to be mistaken for the Minecraft Info playlist that I have on my channel where I like do all the different snapshot updates or whatnot. This series is gonna be specifically just talking about one topic that has to do with Minecraft, modded Minecraft, a mini game in Minecraft, or like a game that is driven from Minecraft. And essentially the entire video is just going to be me talking about it. Now, before you're like, well, that's boring, you're just going to be sitting there talking the entire time while we look at a blank Minecraft screen like you guys see right here. I'm going to try, now I've never done this before, but I know a billion other people can do it, I'm going to try to overlay it with gameplay of either like Hunger Games on Hypixel or Bed Wars on Hypixel, something like that. So you guys, of course I won't be commentating that gameplay, but you guys will just see that in the background. You can watch that while listening to me talk or vice versa. That way you don't have to just listen to my boring old voice talk about a subject that you may or may not be interested in. And of course you guys can comment down below what topic you'd like me to discuss in the next day's video or next week's video, depending on how much I do of this series. But today's discussion is going to be primarily about 1.13. Now, this discussion isn't going to revolve around, we'll say, 1.13, because it hasn't come out yet, right? So we don't need to speculate anymore either, because there's been the majority of snapshots. Actually, I think a new snapshot released today, but I'm not going to review it because I told you guys in the last snapshot, since they're so close to the final version, it would be pointless for me to review a snapshot, and then the next day they release the version. There's nothing for me to review in that version. The full version, that is. So, we're going to talk about 1.13 and what it means for the future of Minecraft. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, well, first off, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate all of you. But then you've heard me talk about these kinds of things before in the past on what Minecraft's versions have offered us. Starting from, we'll say, 1.7.10, because that's when I really got into Minecraft. I played from 1.4.6 all the way to 1.6.4, I think was the last update before I actually was like, wow, I actually really do enjoy this game, like a lot. But I always joke because I bought Minecraft the day that 1.6. Well, not the day, but like when it was 1.4.6, and then literally the next day in school, I remember this in high school. I think I was in 9th grade. It updates to 1.4.7, and I freaked out. I was like, wait, why is there an update already? What the heck? I just started playing. What's going to change? And it didn't really change much. I think it added in the anvil, actually. Not sure. But the point of the matter is, I picked a great time to install the game because it immediately had an update the next day. But I digress. My point of the matter is 1.7.10, the adventure update, I believe it was called, added in all the biomes that we know today. Minecraft has like 32 some biomes, and I still hear people to this day say, oh, that's Pixelmon that adds in all those biomes, or that's Ore Spawn that adds in those biomes. Guys, in case you didn't know, vanilla Minecraft has over 30 some biomes in it. There's no other mod adding in those biomes. It is vanilla Minecraft. I don't know why people still think that, but And you guys are probably watching this like, what people think that? Yes, believe it or not, I have watched many a video on YouTube where people have said things like this. My point. And I'm talking about the YouTubers. I'm not talking about the commenters. But, where was I going with that? So 1.8 was the... Oh, maybe 1.8 was the Adventure update. No, it was called the something update. I forget. I reviewed it. I forget, though. 1.8 adds in the Guardians, the Sea Temples, the Underwater Sea Temples. Now, you thought that was the water update. Ironically, the 1.13 is the water update. But you got that 1.8 stuff with the Guardians, the... What else they had? They added in the... my memory's going away because I've, like, fused some updates together. I'm trying to remember what just 1.8 was. 1.8 had, obviously, the Guardians. It added the... Give me a second, it'll come to me. I'm trying to think of it. It added a type of potion. Water breathing. It added in the water breathing potion. So it gave you a use for the pufferfish, which was in the game for so long. You were able to explore the sea temples, fight the Guardians. Skipping to 1.9 because I completely forget what else was in 1.8. Oh, 1.8 also had the new doors. New doors, new fences, new fence gates, the custom doors. And that started the rumor of... Oh, yeah, it also added in the granite, diorite, and andesite blocks. And that also started the rumor of, like, are they going to eventually customize the other wood-type items in Minecraft to add different... So you could use the different kinds of wood. Well, you'd find out 1.9, they take it a step further. They do the, stairs. I believe there wasn't stairs before. I think they did, yeah, like the different stairs could be different wood. I'm trying to think, there was one more thing they did. Also, 1.9, as you guys know, changed the whole combat of Minecraft. It changed the whole way the game is played. It added in shields. It added in tipped arrows, essentially arrows with the different potion effects. It added in lingering potions, where you throw it on the ground and the potion effect stays there for a while. And you can step in kind of like a heal pool or a poison pool, whatever your potion you're using. It added in the glowing arrows, which I'm forgetting what they're... Spectral arrows, which makes you see mobs through walls and stuff. It added in the shulker mob, one of the most iconic mobs in Minecraft now. The ability to... It's the powers to levitate you. It spawns in the new End City that's found in the End Dimension. The new expansion of the End, even. And it kind of took an idea from the Hardcore Ender expansion mod back in 1.7.10. Where it added in, like, the different islands off the main End Island. It made the Ender Dragon fight different. It actually changed to the Xbox version of the Ender Dragon fight. Where the Ender Dragon's pillars are, like, already preset. It's not random. And the Ender Dragon has his, like, fireball ability, his fire ability. Very cool. Now we move on to 1.10.2. I say 1.10.2 because that's what it really is. We got polar bears. We got the igloo structure being added in. We got the, what else did 1.10 do? It did a few other things. 1.9, I forgot to mention, added Frostwalker and Mending, the two new enchants. I forget what else 1.10.2 did, so we'll skip to 1.11. 1.11 added in the the iron nuggets. Such a strange thing, but something that was needed for such a lot. I said such a lot in that sentence, for a long period of time. Like, we had, what, gold nuggets forever? Never iron nuggets? Never gold, never diamond, emerald, lapis nuggets? No, I know it doesn't make sense for some of the materials, but come on, it's Minecraft. You might as, if mods do it, then just throw it in the main game. So they added in the iron nugget. And of course, they couldn't be generic and keep it the same shape as the gold nugget. They had to change its shape and literally tilt it to the left. And, like, kind of squish it a little bit. But, you know, it's fine. 1.11 also added in a new endgame boss. It added in the fabled, the mythical, the evoker, the wizard villager that can summon in, has its own ability, summon in those weird jaw things from the ground. It can summon in vexes, which are the tiny bat ghost looking things with swords that can actually have enchanted swords, I learned. That can phase through walls. It spawns in the woodland mansion, a giant mansion that's found in the roofed forest biome. One of the biomes you never thought you'd see anything epic in. You get the roof forest. You get the woodland mansion. Of course, it also added in the, I know it wasn't 1.12, I think it was 1.9. They added them in the stray and the husk. The two mobs that upgrades to the generic zombie and skeleton. Again, something so tiny like that, but needed. It changed the whole game of Minecraft. Now it actually matters what biome you're in, because biome you're in, so it actually determines what mobs spawn in which biome. Now, of course, you got the generic ones that always spawn in every biome, but still. Then that brings us to 1.12. I forgot 1.12 existed. 1.12, of course, we had the, trying to think. What do we have in 1.12? Oh, God. What do we have in 1.12? Nothing? We had absolutely nothing? No, we had stuff. But why can't I think of it? Why is the newest version escaping my mind? Guys, I actually completely forget what's in 1.12. Was it that not iconic? I can't think of it. I actually have no idea what was in 1.12. This is actually bothering me now. I'm going to have to look after this discussion and find out what was in 1.12 because it's bothering me. But I'm sure there was amazing things. Why can't I think of it? What is wrong with me? What did they add in 1.12? Did they really not add? No, they had to have added stuff. Oh, wait, I think I remember some of the things. They added in the spawn eggs, didn't they? For like the zombie horse, the skeleton horse, the wither skeleton, things that didn't have spawn eggs before. Didn't they add that in 1.12? I think that's what they did in 1.12. That's one of the things. So again, something that was needed, honestly, since 1.6.4 got put in 1.12. It took them, like, what, 6 updates later, but they still did it. And now that brings us to the final form of Minecraft, the newest form of Minecraft, 1.13. Also, did I forget to mention that after 1.10, Minecraft was officially quote-unquote complete? They said it themselves once after 10. They said it in the beginning. After 10 updates of Minecraft from 1.1 all the way to 1.10, Minecraft would be done, it'd be completed, and we would move on. They didn't move on, however, but they could have. 1.10 could have been the final version of Minecraft, but they're still going today, and people are even rumoring now about 1.14. I mean, that was the whole thing to begin with. Oh, 1.13 is just going to be a command update, and 1.14 is going to be the aquatic update. Why don't we just combine them together and call them 2 updates? No, it's still 1.13, like I was saying from the get-go, that everything would just be in 1.13, and 1.14 is going to be a complete separate thing. Now then, that we're on to 1.13, let's discuss the aquatic update, the true aquatic update. Fish are actually visible. Fish are biome-specific now, so you can only find certain fish in certain biomes. The pufferfish is finally a rare thing, same with the clownfish. Well, the clownfish is now like 20 different multicolored fish, but that's besides the point. We have the introduction of the, what's it called, the drowned? Is that what they're called? Like the zombies that get stuck underwater and they die? Well, they're already dead, but the zombies drown and they turn into a literal drowned zombie, a new type of zombie, but it can only happen if that occurs. And they, I believe, can spawn naturally in the water. We also introduced the abilities of kind of like a volcano biome underwater, where like the magma blocks that were introduced in 1.11 actually spawn underwater now in like caves. So like they actually have like a bubbling effect, like from the heat, making air bubbles go up to the surface. That's pretty cool. We have the introduction of, I believe, 5 new water type biomes, because we just had ocean and deep ocean before. Now we have ocean, deep ocean. We're going to have, I believe, I don't even know. I don't even know because they haven't been released yet. But just know there's going to be 5 new water biomes. So that's cool. And it was honestly necessary because if you guys didn't know, Minecraft follows a sort of pattern. Every so many updates, they have to repeat a certain update. For example, 1.7 was a biome update. 1.8 was a adventure update. 1.9 was a combat update. 1.10 was a, I'd say it was a quality of life update, but that's going to be probably 1.11 and 1.12. But essentially, like, every update has to do something to the game. Like, 1.11 we'll say was an ore update because it gave iron or the ability to turn to a nugget. Also, it introduced the ability to smelt items back into nugget form. So that was pretty cool. So, like, every update follows a sort of pattern, and we've always said there has to be a dimension update. 1.9 was the dimension update because it added in, or 1.8 was, no, 1.9 was the dimension update because it added in the end upgrade, like the end expansion. So that was the dimension update. So, following the pattern of the updates, 1.13 covering the biome update once again, right? So we got the biome update, like 1.7 was. So after that has to come an adventure update. So the next update most likely will be a, I would have to say, Since it's going to be an adventure update, I'm going to say it has to do something with the Nether. I've been calling this for so long now, but I do believe that the Nether will be the next update in Minecraft. Nether or something revolving around Obsidian or Emeralds. But I think the Nether has to be the next update. I mean, you could do Obsidian with the Nether. Because yes, they added in the magma rocks to upgrade the Nether, so it gave a little bit more color to it. But like, that in quartz blocks, it's been, what, 5 updates since the Nether has changed? Or, like, 10? No. It's been, like, 6 or 7 updates since Nether actually added something that made it look crazy. I mean, like I said, the magma blocks changed something to a great deal, but at the same time, it kind of was just like, okay, what's next? Like, the Nether didn't truly change that much. But, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what 1.14 has to offer. Maybe even 1.15, who knows? I mean, Minecraft cranked out updates 1.9 to 1 or 1.10 to 1.12 in the span of like 6 months, and it's taken them about a year to do this 1.13 update, almost a year at this point. So yeah, I'm ready for them to crank out a few more updates, even if it's small updates like 1.11 and 12, things that you don't even remember that much, but at the same time it's iconic updates. Like, I'll take it over like a huge update that's taking them several years, like 1.8 did. You guys remember a 1.8? To 1.9 took literally a year and a half for them to do. It almost took them 2 years, but the guy in charge at the time, I don't know who it was essentially like, no, we have to post this update now because people have been literally waiting for 2 years. But that's a discussion for another story. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this first discussion of Minecraft discussion. If you did enjoy, click on the like button to show your support. Let's see if we can get this video to 10 likes, just so I know that you guys are intrigued and interested in topics like this. Comment down below what you would like to see me talk about, or hear me talk about, I should say, next video. And I do hope the overlay thing actually works, if I can get that to work, so I can overlay gameplay to you. If I can't, I'm unfortunately just going to have to post this as is, and you won't be able to see really anything but a Minecraft screen that says awesome on it. But I really hope it doesn't come to that, because I'm going to be really upset that I wasn't able to get to work. But hopefully I'll be able to get to work. But again, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.